Next this evening, a new patrol boat has been launched in the Exe Estuary to help protect wildlife and to make sure that people stay safe on the water.
They will be looking after 2 wildlife refuge zones which are designed to keep boat users away from migrating birds. Bob Cruz has the story.
The Exe Estuary is a haven for birdlife. It's one of the most important sites for waterfowl in Europe. And at this time of year, thousands of birds come here to rest and refuel for the winter. But they can be disturbed by the ever busier leisure industry. And 2 new wildlife refuges have now been set up at the mouth of the estuary.
There's quite a lot of cormorant as well over on the wreck over here, look. So we'll try and give them some space.
Sama Juric and Amelia Davies have the task of making sure everyone's aware of the new refuge zones, which are marked out with yellow buoys. The area behind Dawlish Warren is in force all year round.
It's a really important high tide roost. You get in excess of 20,000 birds overwintering here. So on a high tide they'll be resting, on a low tide they'll be feeding over there. A lot of our birds, like our Brent geese, which have arrived from Siberia, are very nervy. So if we go near them with a dog or a boat, they'll take flight and they don't have the energy reserves to be able to deal with that. So if we just give them space, then it gives them a chance to survive. They rely on the habitat for their survival, so it's important for us to just give them space.
The new £27,000 patrol boat they're using has been funded by a partnership of Teignbridge, Exeter and East Devon councils. As houses are built and the local population increases here, there's an expectation that leisure use on the water will put more pressure on estuary wildlife in future.
It's too late once we've damaged the wildlife habitat. Once the wildlife is gone, it's gone. It's not going to come back. Some people criticise about the cost, but the cost is all borne by developers. For every new property in the 10-kilometre radius of the Exe, each house has to pay a roof tax, which contributes towards the habitat mitigation. So it's not taxpayers' money, it's developers' money.
Leisure business owners like John Morgan will have to fit their operations around the new wildlife refuges. The area off Exmouth, known locally as the Duck Pond, is where he normally launches his paddleboards and windsurfers. He won't be able to do that anymore between the 15th of September and the end of December. They'll have to launch somewhere else. But, he says, keeping a healthy natural environment here is part of what attracts his clients.
We've got to protect all of this for generations, really, and these birds need help today. This isn't a question of helping them tomorrow, and with a lot of the situations around the world today, it's about doing something today. So something's been done and I fully support it, and we need to do more.
They'll be monitoring for 3 years to see how effective the new zones are at allowing humans and wildlife to use the estuary in harmony. Bob Cruz, ITV News, Exmouth.